Hi friends, welcome to Busia's garden.
Okay, we are at Busia's, as Ava stated, and we're checking out their garden. Everything is looking beautiful. Dad is actually doing a really good job keeping the vines off the rose bushes. Look at this. There's a very big debate happening behind me between my son and between my sister about how muscles stretch. Look at those rose bushes. All right, this is a gigantic fail. It gets lots of sun, and we trim these branches so that we get lots of sun. My dad is watering it constantly. It is supposed to have beans planted. No beans are coming up. All these weeds are coming up, but I don't see a single bean coming up anywhere. So I think it's a little funny, and that I'm having problems with my beans too. So we'll see. Look at these pretty painted daisies. Oh, all right. She's doing really good. We're gonna have to come in here one day this week and do prune and tie up her tomatoes. They're nice and straight. Look how nice and straight those look. So I'll do the same thing for her that I did at my house. I'll take all these bottom branches off and secure this guy to this wire. That'll be fantastic. Her pepper plants are trying to make baby peppers, which we'll probably leave them alone now. I probably don't care too much anymore. Tomatoes, peppers. Now, Ava planted seeds in here for calendula plants, and they're not coming up right here, but here's a couple. There's one. There's one. Oh, those ones look really good right there. But down here, she must have got distracted. They're not coming up too much. All these tomatoes look really good. This is probably the worst looking tomato. These ones back in the back look really good. All right, so that's fantastic. This coneflower is so tall. That looks amazing. Good job, guys. All right. See, look, the hose is out. He's been doing it. So over here, we got 2 rows of tomatoes. These tomatoes are smaller. They're not as far along. I don't know if they are just drying out more. We might need to bring up a little bit more mulch in here and help them out a little bit. This line right here, do you remember? Ava and Mason planted this crazy line. It's all zinnias. Look how many there are in there. I could have put those over probably this whole area. Those are going to come up super thick, and that's okay. That's okay, because even though they sowed these way too thick, and some of these are not going to make it, letting kids make mistakes in the garden gets them out in the garden, and it's super fun. When these come up, they're going to laugh their butts off that there's so many flowers right here, and they're going to be enchanted by it. At least that's what I hope. In here, these are all little weeds. See, if we'd gotten more mulch down here, none of these would be coming up. I suppose I could put my nephews to work getting some stuff done back here. But right now, nothing's coming up back here. I had planted a loofah back here. I don't see that yet either. These are almost all weeds. Whoa! That's a giant toad that just scared the crap out of me. But the sunflowers are coming up back here. So those will quickly outpace the weeds back here, and I'll have a whole sunflower patch back here. That's the thing. I'm planting these at my mom and dad's house. My parents are not going to be out in their garden like I am on their hands and knees picking weeds. We're trying to keep this simple. We're enjoying what we get, and we're not stressing out about the things that go wrong. So I just come over once or twice a week and keep an eye on it. They do what they can. They keep it watered, and whatever we get is bonus and just fun. So no stress here if things aren't coming up. Isn't this interesting? I have a plant like this, and I thought mine was a coneflower, but I thought that these right here are black-eyed Susans, and they are curling on the tops like mine did. So I'm wondering if my volunteer plant is actually a black-eyed Susan, or if this is actually a coneflower. I probably could use a plant identifier thing to find out, but I prefer to be surprised when they come up. Back here we did plant some asters that are coming up. Nice. Look at this, is about to have a flower. Huh, I can't wait to see what it is. Moving on to the backyard. There was just a bird in there I scared out of there. That's probably a bad sign. I bet you that's what's happening to the beans here. My dad's got a lot of birds. He feeds the birds.
Beans we were planting.
Yeah, go look and see what you can find. Right here, Grandpa planted some random seeds. It looks like they're coming up. They look like zinnia seeds to me. There might be some sunflowers in here.
Look, I see a little bean starting.
You found a bean started?
Look at that.
There is a bean started. We
Zoom
are.
in, zoom in.
I did. I'm real close. That's a bean.
That's not how you zoom in.
Stop, please.
On the
Thank
camera.
you. And there's a whole bunch of weeds because
Can I
we
show you how to
just
zoom
filled
in?
this up. Nope, I know how to zoom in.
Well, how?
Going on the line.
Moving up.
Let's count how many beans we can see. 1 bean. 2 beans. Frog. Oh my goodness. 3 beans. 4 beans. 4 beans. We planted 1, 2, 3, 4 packs, so we got 4 beans up. We did the same thing in the second row.
At least one in
And I'm
each
seeing even less back here. Ugh.
box. It's okay.
Here's 1 bean. And it looks like it's been eaten, which makes sense because this is a tomato that has been eaten off. There's groundhogs back here. Now he has 2 more tomatoes that have made it. Back here, I'm also having problems. All these piles right here were watermelons or muskmelons. We got nothing. None of them have come up. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on back here. It's a weird year, people. It's a weird year. But back here, this is where we threw winter squash and pumpkin seeds. And I do have some of those up. I saw them the other day when I was over here. Here is a Long Island cheese pumpkin. And I don't, oh, something's trying to eat that too. Dang them. And then I don't see a whole lot more on this side over here, but over here, it looks like I have got quite a few. There's 2 right there and 2 right there. Another one right there. So I have got a variety of vining gourd type things. They're going to come up back here. And hopefully I get a couple more over in this area. And they will cover all this ground. So this is the same as the other area. Freshly tilled. We did nothing to it. There's large chunks of grass in it. We're just going to see what happens. This is actually really fun gardening. It's totally no pressure, no stress. I just came over. We spent a good 2 days putting it all in. My husband came over and did the rototilling, and there's an emergency. Say a prayer for whoever it is. That's what Ava would say. We have to stop and say prayers when she hears sirens. Yeah, so not a ton of work. My dad's watering it every day, and whatever we get is going to be fun bonus. All right, just wanted to keep you guys up to date. I hope you enjoyed the peek at Busia's garden, and I will see you tomorrow.